When I finished architecture school a few years ago, I felt excited. I had finally reached what I had been dreaming about for years. I had become an architect. 5 years of sleepless nights, impossible deadlines, jury presentations, and enough coffee to kill a horse. And it was finally over. My friends and I were all celebrating because we thought our real lives were finally about to begin. Well, it turns out we had absolutely no idea what we were about to lose. People always tell you that college is supposed to be the best time of your life. While you're in your early 20s, you hear that sentence and you roll your eyes and you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're like, right, I'm broke. I have exams every other week. I barely sleep. I can't wait to graduate. That's it. That was exactly how I felt. Back then, I thought only people who hated their jobs would say something like that. I figured they were just nostalgic because adulthood wasn't living up to their expectations. Oh boy, was I wrong. The strange thing is that you don't actually miss college. You don't miss the exams, you don't miss staying awake until 3 in the morning, finishing an assignment. You definitely don't miss the stress. What you miss is the life that came with it. Every morning you'd walk into campus and instantly be surrounded by people your age. Your best friends weren't people you had to schedule weeks in advance. They were simply there every single day. You'd grab lunch together, work on projects together, complain about professors together, talk about everyday life together, all your losses, all your wins, celebrate finishing an assignment together. Someone would send a message in the group chat just saying beers tonight, and boom, 30 minutes later, 10 people would be sitting at the same table. Nobody had meetings early in the next morning. Nobody lived on the other side of the country. Friendship happened effortlessly. You could log on into Minecraft and play with your friends super easily. Everybody could do whatever they wanted when they wanted. I never realized how lucky I was until it disappeared. Graduation is really strange because nothing dramatic happens overnight. Nobody tells you this is the last week you'll ever see this group of friends every single day. It just slowly happens. The saddest thing ever is mostly that these people that you see every day, this exact group, it will never happen again. Seeing this exact same group every single day. And I mean, because it begins by one friend moves away for work, another gets accepted into a master's program abroad, someone else starts dating and naturally spends more time with their partner, another begins working on the weekends. And little by little, everyone's lives start moving in different directions. At first, you still make plans. We should grab dinner sometimes. We should go grab a beer sometimes and blah, blah, blah. Oh, should we play Minecraft again? But then it becomes, how about next month? My whole month is packed with schedules and things I have to do during the weekends or things I have planned, and birthdays become the only time everyone gets together. Then even birthdays become difficult to organize. The weirdest part is that nobody stopped caring. Nobody intentionally drifted apart. Life simply became, well, life. For the first time in your life, friendship isn't automatic anymore. It's something you have to actively cherish and protect. And that's a lesson nobody prepares you for. Then there's time. College gives you something incredibly valuable that you don't fully appreciate until it's gone. Control over your own time. Sure, you have deadlines, you have exams, you have dates with a random girl you met on Tinder or Hinge. If you wanted to spend an entire Tuesday afternoon sitting by the lake with your mates because the weather was nice, you probably could. If you wanted to spend 3 months traveling during the summer, you could. I mean, if you had the finances in order to do it, but you definitely could. And after graduation, that freedom disappears almost overnight. Instead of long summer vacations, you get maybe 4 or 5 weeks off for the entire year, maybe 2 if you live in the US. Instead of seeing your friends every day, you're trying to coordinate 6 different work schedules just to have dinner together. You start asking yourself whether driving 40 minutes to see someone is worth it because you have to wake up at 6 the next morning. Trust me, it's always worth it. Even weekends start feeling busy. You have groceries to buy, laundry to do, family to visit. You have to clean your apartment. Maybe try to go for a workout. Somehow, these 2 days, they never feel like enough anymore. I think that's what shocked me the most. Not the work itself, but the realization that free time had suddenly become something I had to fight for. And then came something I never expected, the identity crisis. I mean, for years, becoming an architect had been the goal. Every all-nighter, every difficult project, every sacrifice. Everything pointed toward that one finish line. And then I finally became an architect. And a couple of weeks later, I found myself sitting in an office asking myself, is this really it? Was it the whole point? And I honestly don't think I ever questioned the direction of my life more than during those first months of working. Not because architecture is a bad profession. I still think it's an amazing field and really entertaining and really stimulating. But because I had spent so many years chasing the destination that I had never imagined what came after arriving. I mean, nobody really talks about that. It's like, my goal is to become this. And once you become this, you have to figure everything out. Because you spend 20 years following a clearly defined path. Elementary school, high school, college, graduate, get a job. Every step is already laid out for you. Then suddenly, nothing. No more semesters, no more graduation, no more obvious next milestone. For the first time in your life, nobody tells you what's next. You have to figure it out by yourself. And that's exciting and terrifying at the same time. Looking back, I finally understand why people say college is the best time of your life. Not because adulthood is terrible. Not because having a job automatically makes you unhappy. But because college is one of the very few moments in your life where everything somehow aligns perfectly. Your friends live nearby, you have time, you have energy, you have very few responsibilities, and the future feels wide open. You don't really realize you're living in a unique moment until it's already over. The good news, though, is that I don't think those moments disappear forever. They just stop happening on their own. After college, friendship don't survive by accident anymore. You don't have to see your friends every day. In college, you theoretically have to see them every day, which is a good thing. Adventure doesn't happen because everyone happens to be free on a Wednesday afternoon. You have to make the phone call, you have to organize the trip, you have to protect your relationships. But in the end, those moments are really beautiful. I've had some friendship that have been lasting for years and we don't live in the same country anymore. Sometimes they come to my place, sometimes I go and visit them, and it's always a precious time. And I know the friendship is real because every time we gather together, it feels like we've never been apart. You have to create exciting moments instead of waiting for them to happen naturally with your friends. And maybe that's what growing up really is. Not losing the best years of your life, but realizing that from now on, you have to build them yourself. If you feel the same way, feel free to comment and subscribe and like the video. Until then, I'll see you next time.